welcome to my channel, Restore Glory. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Guys, you know how I always start my videos like, oh my goodness, I've been away for such a long time. Well, that record is still on side A. I haven't flipped it over to B. It's still the same exact thing. I am just just no real excuse, just dealing with life and family stuff and work and no particular reason, but I am quietly doing my thing in the background. I'm still selling on Etsy and eBay. I'm still sourcing. As a matter of fact, I have a pile of stuff that I'm going to be showing you guys over the next couple of videos because I just have to get caught up. But I'm going to start with this particular video because this is my first real private pick. So this private pick came about by me visiting another store in my area. There was a gentleman in the store. He just happened to be, I guess, hanging out there. And I had bought a box of stuff and he actually helped me out to my car. And so he said, hey, you know, what type of stuff do you like? And I said, well, you know, mostly vintage and antique. That's my jam. He says, well, you got to come to my house because my daughter, or I think he said my family, I got a house full of stuff that's packed to the gills. I got vintage and antique stuff that I'm pretty sure you'll be interested in. So he gave me his card and I'm like, okay, fine. So I want to say about a week later, I contacted him and I said, hey, if that offer still stands, I would love to come to your house and see what you have. I didn't want to go by myself, so of course I enlisted the help and support of my fellow reseller, Shalonda. She's with Menagerie Markets, guys. If you haven't visited her channel, please feel free to do that. She has amazing content. I'll put a link to her channel down here too. So she and I went together because, you know, I didn't know this guy. I just literally just met him in this store. So I needed some backup. So I said, well, come on, go with me, you know, just in case, you know, something happens and we need to, you know, put an SOS on our phone. But anyway, it was absolutely fine. It absolutely worked out fine. And when I tell you that this guy had a house full from top to bottom, he had a house full of stuff. We couldn't get through it all. It was so much stuff in his house that it was almost, I don't want to use the word dangerous, but it was, some of the places and he had a lot of stuff in his garage and some of the items that I wanted to look at and really wanted to put in my pile, it was in a precarious location. I had to climb over stuff to get to it. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. But when I tell you this guy has some amazing stuff, he obviously has been collecting. I think he said he was a reseller too, but he mostly did shows, like a vendor at shows. His house was packed to the gills. I think that me and Shalonda were there probably for about 3 hours, maybe about 2.5, 3 hours. We were there for a while. I know when we left, it was dark. I will say that. And I got some amazing stuff. So I'm going to stop talking. I just want to kind of sort of give you a little bit of history as how I came about with these items. And there's one item that I'm not going to be able to, I'm going to have to pause my camera and I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to probably stand it up like right by here. Just amazing. Just completely amazing. Today is Saturday. It's not a great day outside. There was no reason for me to go outside today because it is blustery cold. I got a pot of, not even a pot, but it's in my crock pot of some stew. I'm going to make some stew and some homemade cornbread tomorrow. And yeah, it's just one of those type days. So this is a perfect day for me to be inside and film some videos. So come along on this journey with me, guys. I really appreciate it. I think you're going to love and be amazed by some of these items that I got from this private pick. All right. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm just going to show you guys is this book. It's the Illustrated Guide to Antique Collecting, right? So I'm pretty sure he just kind of sort of threw this one in. Yeah, I won't go into any details, but anyway, I started making a pile. Shalonda and I both started making a pile of items. And so at the end of us shopping, I suppose, he gave us a price. I think that the prices that I got on most of my items was relatively fair. And I don't think they were unreasonable. As a matter of fact, they were really reasonable. So, so anyway, I got this book and I thought this was pretty cool. I'm probably going to take a look at this tonight and just really kind of sort of skim through it or whatever. But I thought this was pretty cool. What is this copyright date on this baby? Give me one moment. 1979. All right now. So that's that. The next item is, I don't think this is particularly vintage or antique, guys, but it looked interesting to me, right? It is by this company called TOZAP. It's a quartz operated, I'm going to call it a desk clock, right? It's a little smudgy here. I just got to clean that smudge off, but yeah. It's yeah, I thought it was pretty cool, right? And as you can see, it definitely does work. It is quartz operated, and it does work. So I just thought, even if it was just for the look of it, is pretty cool. So yeah, they don't sell for too much. I did kind of do a brief look up on some of these items. This one doesn't sell a ton, but like I said, overall, I think I averaged it out that everything I got in this private pick averaged out fairly. So I think I'll do fine. Here's the back of that. So I thought it was pretty cool. No maker's mark on the bottom, but I thought it was pretty cool, right? Because even if you just use it just for, you know, even it looks retro, right? So anyway, that was that. The next item I got is a Raggedy Ann doll. I don't know whether or not this baby is vintage or not. I tried to, hold on a second. I thought I saw a name on it. Hold on a second. I'm pretty sure this is fairly vintage. I'm pretty sure it is fairly vintage. I did a quick look up and I saw one that was on eBay that had the same collar, the same bow, and it winds up. So I think it either talks or sings. Give me a second. It's the lullaby song. I don't know. Oh, I don't know if you guys can hear that. Hold on a second. Anyway, it plays a lullaby song. So I think this is vintage. I really do. But anyway, I just thought that was cool. I saw it and I just thought it was cute. All right. So hopefully we won't hear that the whole entire time. All right. So the next item I thought was stunningly beautiful. It's a little dingy around the edges, but it's clearly antique. Look at the back. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. I think I picked out some really cool stuff. I really did. I was making a pile. Shalonda and I probably could have been there for another 3 hours, but the house was too dusty and musty and quite frankly, kind of sort of dangerous because he literally had piles and piles of stuff. No shame on him or no sham or no slam on him. I think that he was a serious collector. Some might even say hoarder, but just looking at the stuff he had in his home, like artwork and all types of stuff, furniture, all types of stuff. And we literally could have been in there for like another 3 hours, but because of the dust and the must in the house, it literally was causing me some issues and Shalonda as well. So we couldn't stay too much longer, but I was picking up what I could. And so this item I actually saw on a desk. Sorry about the glare, guys, but isn't that pretty? So very, very pretty. And I think it hangs up this. It's really weird because there's no handle on this end, but there's a handle on this end. So I'm thinking, do you hang it up this way? Because that would make the bird in an awkward position. I don't know. Right? Oh, but maybe not though. I'm looking at it crazy. That's what it is. I think that's what it is. I think this is how it's supposed to be, actually. This way. I don't know why I was thinking it was this way, but okay. There we go. Because it's the bird. So here's the back of the bird here. And then he's like leaning over this way. Get it together, Donna. Anyway, so that's that. All right, the next item is another piece of wall art. This one I thought was stunningly gorgeous. And I'll show you the back of it. Let me just show you the front of it. Isn't that beautiful? Now, this is a real feather. It says JOVEL 1999. Do you guys see that? I'm going to try to put it close to the camera so you guys can see. Again, I apologize for the glare. But isn't that stunningly, stunningly beautiful, right? And on the back it says parrot/pheasant. It's acrylic feather. The culture is Maya. The author is JOVEL. The origin is Chiapas, Mexico. So I'm going to show you just this writing on the back. Give me 1 second. You guys see that? I couldn't find anything on this particular artist, or I couldn't find anything. Of course, you know the Mexican feather art. I have some of those in my store right now, but I had never seen anyone like any art like this. So if you guys know anything about this artist, Senor or Senorita Jovel, Jobel, let me know. But I just thought that was pretty. I love this kind of sort of remnant frame that looks like bamboo almost. But I love that. So I picked that up as well. All right, let me show you this one. So this is not going to be a very, very long haul. But anyway, all of these items came from that private pick. So this next item, actually, Shalonda saw this. And she handed it over to me and asked me if I wanted it. But isn't this adorable? Give me one second. Take her little string off. It says it's made in Germany, as you can see, the little Germany mark right there. And it is I'm going to call it a mantle clock, but isn't that little darling girl adorable? Isn't she? And look, little sleeping kitty. Sleeping kitty. So you wind it up. I think I did wind this up when I first brought it home, and it does work. There aren't any chips or cracks on it at all. I just thought it was in excellent condition. I didn't see any chips or cracks on it, but I just thought this was so super adorable. I know that there's an art to kind of making these type of mechanisms work. And I haven't tested it. I don't even know how to test it. But when I wound it up, and what am I trying to say? The hands were turning, so it definitely does work. So I think it stopped working because I think you have to wind it up. So isn't that cool? So I'll do a little bit more research on this baby before I get it listed, but I just thought that was pretty cool. All right, the next item, it was weird cool, right? I knew what it was immediately when I saw it. I knew it was a Heather Mink Blue Sky piece. This is a 2000 Heather Mink piece. It's a ceramic. I'm just going to call him a crazy cat, right? Look at that. I knew immediately when I saw it. I knew exactly what it was. He didn't even know what it was. He's like, what is that? I'm like, it's a cat. I don't know what he thought it was, but it is clearly a cat. I think he said, is that a cow? I'm like, no, it's actually a cat. It is a cat, right? Yeah, okay, right. It is a cat. No chips or cracks or anything. I was completely surprised at all the stuff he had in his house. But anyway, look at that Poonam, right? Just adorable. Let me just show you the Heather Gold Mink. 2000. And I just thought that was completely cute and quirky. Why not? Oh, sorry about that. All right, so the next item is a Lenox piece, which I love this. And I'm pretty sure that the jewel around his neck is Swarovski, I think. When I did a preliminary lookup, there were several of these that were listed, and they sell really super duper well. It is this beautiful white tiger. Is it a tiger? But look at the crystals. Isn't that stunningly beautiful? Look at the eyes. I wanted to focus in so you guys can see the eyes. It's not going to focus. But anyway, let me just show you the mark on the bottom. It's Lenox. No chips, no cracks. Surprisingly, no chips and cracks on this particular piece. So I bought a lot of glass art, actually. So I'm going to show you all of those individually. Oh, before I show you that, look what I found. I found this, it's a Twilight, it says In the Zone. It's a Twilight Zone. And when you press on it, hold on a second. It plays the Twilight Zone theme song. Hold on a second. Oh, you know, my battery maybe did. There it is. So I thought that was cool because I am a huge Twilight Zone fan. Like literally, when they have those marathons every now and then, like once a year, they always do like the marathon all day or over the weekend. Yeah, I'm that person, right? I love Alfred Hitchcock, and I love the Twilight Zone. So, because I'm, you know, I was born in the 60s, so that was totally my jam. So anyway, now on to the glass stuff. So guys, he actually had this kind of it was a cabinet, like a round glass cabinet, and my eyes immediately went to these three pieces, right? It was three of them. So 1, wait a second, 2 and 3. So I found 3 Bluebird of Happiness. They are all signed. They all say, I believe all of them are Leo Ward. One is something Ray. I think this one is Ray, right? Aren't they beautiful? They're so beautiful. I think this is Ray 19. It looks like it's Ray 1998. This one is another Ray piece. Oh, Roy Ray. Sorry, Roy Ray. And I think the Roy Ray, I don't know the difference between Roy Ray and Leo Ward. I think they both were artists, obviously. But is one more collectible than the other? I don't know. Both of them say 1990. So 2 of these are Roy Ray. These 2. Adorable. And then this one is Leo Ward. This one, I know this was Leo Ward. Leo Ward 1991. Let me just show you. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that. There it is. Yeah. All 3 of these I got for an amazing price, by the way. So, of course, I was going to pick them up. And it's so funny because prior to me and Shalonda going to this private estate sale, I think it was about a week or so before, I went to the Goodwill and they had a Bluebird of Happiness, the one that it looks like you can put like a candle votive on the side. That one was $1.99. So I have 4 pieces of Bluebird of Happiness. So I'm really happy about that. I might even lot them all up together. I have to see about that. I might lot them all up together. I think I might do that. All right, guys, so the next piece I found, which I thought was, I was finding lots of birds. So this one is a little enamel trinket box. Look at this, how cute that baby is. Oh, my goodness. But wait till you see what's inside. There's no maker's mark on the bottom. But this one is beautiful. I got to stop saying stunningly beautiful. But stunningly beautiful is appropriate. That's what I'm going to say. Isn't that cute? Look, guys, look what's on the inside. When you open it, give me a second. Open. Are you not going to open for me? Wait 1 minute. There we go. I had to lift that. Look. So you open it up, and there's a tiny, got to show you. Hold on a second. Tiny little bird on the inside. Isn't that adorable? I just thought that was so adorable. Like absolutely stunningly beautiful. So cute. This little small little bird trinket box. All right, that's that. So the next item I have is this acrylic. It's an acrylic egg and it has some dried flowers in it. I just thought that was cute. I just picked it up because I could get to it. So I just picked it up. Not sure exactly what. I remember he bundled everything up for me. So I think I did fine on all of these items. So I wasn't overly concerned. Boy, my stew is stewing. All right, the next item I have does not have a maker's mark on the bottom. I believe this is milk glass. I believe it's milk glass. But look how beautiful this piece is. This is gorgeous. No chips, no cracks. I have some tape on it. Give me 1 second. No chips, no cracks, no damage. Here's the inside. Is that a mark? No. I believe it's milk glass. I really do. I think it's milk glass. But I love the decoration, the gold embellishments. There's some loss, but not a lot. This will be a beautiful piece on your dresser. Isn't it gorgeous? Absolutely stunningly gorgeous. And the next set, did Shalonda find these for me too? I can't remember. Anyway, I found some milk glass, hobnail, salt and pepper shakers. So these actually, it looks like these were, wherever he got these, I think he must have got them from Goodwill, because there's a remnant of a Goodwill sticker on this piece right here. So anyway, the salt and pepper shakers do well, not a ton, but they do well on online. So that's that. The next item I'm extremely happy about. There was only one. It is a beautiful, beautiful hazel atlas, and it absolutely does glow shaker. Look at that. It's glowing without even the light. And I love this Art Deco design. Just absolutely, I wish it was two, but it was only one. Maybe if I go back and dig some more, I might find another one. But the digging was delicate. All right, the next item, I actually thought this was vintage, but it's not. It's made to look like it's vintage until I saw the barcode on the side. It is a Prince Albert crimp cut tin, tobacco tin. He told me that, oh, my dad used this tin. You know, he used to smoke. Okay. Anyway, it has a barcode label on it, and it's made to look old. I'm not sure that this thing is worth anything. I just got it because, again, excuse me, it was in a place that I could get to, and I should be able to sell it for something because people do love these tins, and it is because of the subject. It's Prince Albert, so I should be able to do something. It's not in the best of shape, as you can see. Here's the top. Here's the inside. Smells like tobacco a little bit, though. Here's that. I just don't think it's vintage because of the barcode, right? It can't be. I know so. It's a reproduction. So, it's interesting how, you know, Shalonda and I was having this conversation. People get attached to items, and they typically don't want to, you know, let things go, which I totally get. You know, I totally understand there's sentimental connection to certain things. And they place a higher value. The more sentimental the item is, the higher the value. But, you know, when I picked that up, he started telling me the whole story about how my dad, you know, that's extremely old. And my dad, you know, used that. And I'm like, oh my goodness, while I'm still picking other stuff. But as a reseller, you know, I have learned over the last couple of years to be discerning about, you know, what people value and what people consider old. And when you do your research, you find out that's not necessarily the case. All right, so the next item, I got to step back just a little bit, and then I'm going to get that final piece and bring that in. So the next item, I literally think he just threw this in, right? So all of these items that I just showed you guys, along with this radio, I think he threw this radio in. I think he said, just take it or something. So I plugged it in, and it works, and it comes on, and it's perfect. And so regardless of whether or not, you know, this goes for a ton of money online, I will absolutely be able to make money on it because, like I said, I don't think he included it in my total amount that he charged me for all of the items that I got. So anyway, give me one moment. So look at this. And it's Bakelite. It's Bakelite. And it works. It is a Zenith old-fashioned radio. I can't even think the model on it. It's a tube radio, and the model on it, I saw it on here somewhere, guys. It is a it's a phono. What the heck does that mean? Radio and phono. I don't know what that means. Anyway, oh, here it is. It is it's a Zenith model number Y825. So here's the bottom, right? And here is, this daggone thing is heavy, so I'm not going to be able to hold it up too long. I just want you guys to see it, right? Isn't that awesome? Like, it's completely awesome. And I'm 100% sure he threw it in. Like, really, I'm really 100% sure he just threw it in, right? I think he was kind of sort of getting tired of me and Shalonda anyway. And because like I said, I'm pretty sure we were in there for at least 3 hours at least. We got there, it was light, and then we had to, we left when it was dark. We needed to go, I needed to go and get some more cash, and by the time we left, I'm pretty sure, well, it was dark, so that I do know. But I thought I did really, really well. But guys, wait till you see this next piece. I'm gonna put my camera on what am I trying to say? Pause. And then I have to stand up behind here in this area right here so you guys can see it, and then I'll show it to you up close. This was the most amazing find I have ever found anywhere. And I already knew what it was when I saw it out the corner of my eye. And yeah, so hold on a second. Give me 1 second. Okay, everybody, I'm back. So here it is, right? This is a vintage acro agate floor lamp. It was in his garage, covered in dust, dirt, spider webs, and all types of nasty, creepy, crawly things, which I don't like. But thank goodness to my friend Shalonda, who was adventurous enough to help me kind of sort of shimmy it out of this spot. It was tucked in at the very front of the garage, like in the corner. And when I saw this part right here, I said, wait a minute. That looks like that might be a lamp that I saw at a high-end vintage store when I was away traveling. And when I saw it, I was like, I don't care if I have to cut this garage door off. I'm going to get it, right, and put it in my pile. And so between Shalonda and the gentleman, we were able to kind of sort of shimmy it out of this very precarious location in the garage. But I'm so glad that I got it because, like I said, I saw this same exact lamp, didn't have the top on it at all, at a high-end vintage store when I was traveling. And I want to say it was priced above $400, right? And on top of the fact, guys, this baby it's uranium. This acro agate piece has uranium. So give me 1 moment. I'm going to bring it over so you guys can see it up close. Stand by, guys. All right, guys. So sorry about that. There was somebody, I think, coming. It looks like they were coming to my house, but not. All right, so let me just kind of lift this up just a little bit, guys, so you can see that piece right there. And then I'm going to try to lift the base up so you guys can see the base. Look how beautiful that is. It's extremely heavy, so I'm not going to be able to show it to you, hold it in this position for very long. But I'm so excited. I am so excited about this, right? So I cleaned it up as best as I possibly can. I'm not going to do anything to the finish or anything. It does work. I put a bulb in it, and it definitely does work. And so whoever gets is going to have to restore this fixture up at the top and find some original or maybe reproduction type of globes or shades to go on it. Because I have seen people sell these type of lamps. As a matter of fact, one sold on eBay, I want to say it was like back in July, that was similar to this one. I don't think it had its shade on it at all. And it sold for $425. The acro agate pieces like this, and excuse me 1 second, guys, I'm going to show you all of these pieces. They sell separately too, because people restore these things. They sell for hundreds of dollars, just these, the acro agate pieces. So I knew that this was a winner when I saw it. It was crazy trying to get it in my car because I took my sedan. I didn't take my truck, and it was definitely precarious trying to get it in because my sedan is not that wide, and I didn't want to put it this way, but Shalonda and I got it in, and Shalonda had to sit a little crazy, but we got it in my car, and I'm so very, very glad I did. This is already listed on eBay, and it's already got some views on it already. I have it listed for $425, right? So like I said, the one that sold back in July was similar to the, matter of fact, very close to this one. It had two chains here. There was no bulb on it. So I don't know if I get 420, if I get somewhere near that would be great. If somebody makes me a good offer, I definitely will take it. But these things definitely do sell. The pieces sell, the lamps sell, and the ones that are in really, really good condition, they sell for over $500, where they have the shade and the whole thing that's going on up at the top. They sell for over $500. So I have, I'm just totally giddy about it. So anyway, I'm so glad I was able to participate in this private estate sale. The gentleman actually offered Shalonda and I to come back anytime, to come back, and we would probably go back. We did suggest to him that he probably, in order for people to really see what he has, he probably should maybe hire a company to organize his stuff a little bit, because it literally is precarious to go into his house, right? Just in terms of just navigating all the stuff that he has. I mean, piles and piles and piles and piles of stuff that are literally floor to ceiling. And we were just on the first level. We did go down to the basement too, but the basement was really dark and musty and dusty. We couldn't stay down there long, but just on his first level alone, every single room was packed to the gills. And then he said to us as we were leaving, you guys haven't even been upstairs. So it was amazing. It was absolutely an amazing private estate sale. And I'm so glad that I made that connection. And we're probably going to reach out to him in about a month to see if he's made any progress in terms of organizing, because there were 2 ceramic swans that I so wanted. They were gorgeous. I mean, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And I could tell from a distance that they looked practically in pristine condition. Next to the swans was a beautiful, beautiful, oh my goodness, I'm pretty sure it was a Nippon double-handled vase. Looked like it was in pristine condition, but I couldn't get to it. I literally couldn't get to it, because it was just in a position where I couldn't even, I would not have climbed over it. My husband would have killed me if I had even thought about doing anything like that. You know, subject to any type of bugs or falling down, and no way. So anyway, I'm really hoping that he knows that we're interested. Shalonda and I spent some money at his house on the sale, on the items that we got. But I'm hoping that, you know, the next time we go in the next month or so, he'll have things a little bit more organized, because any reseller going into this house, you're going to come out with some bargains, because he has so much stuff. Again, we probably could have spent several hours at his house, right? But we were limited by, you know, time and money. So we're going to wait, you know, in about a month. We'll, you know, get in contact with him in about a month to see where he is in terms of organizing all of his items. So anyway, guys, that's it. That's my private pick haul. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, I'll put down my information down in the bottom in the description. If there's anything that you guys see that you just gotta have, just please do let me know. And please, if you haven't already, please do hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification, so that when I do my videos, which is not often, my haul videos, that is, you guys will be notified when I do upload videos. But I'm really excited about this particular haul. The bluebirds, love those. I think I'm going to lock them up all together. This Bakelite radio, amazing. And of course, this acro agate floor lamp was the find of the century. Right? So just a quick aside. So when I first started reselling, I'm not sure if I told you guys this story. So when I first started reselling back in 2018 or 17, 18, I think. 18. No, 17. I forgot. Anyway, I went to the Goodwill, and excuse me, they were just bringing out a what am I trying to say? They were just bringing out a cart, right? And on the cart was this beautiful green candy dish, right? And I was just now learning about different types of glass and glassware, what's vintage and what's not, or whatever. Just now learning, really, things like, you know, Fitton glass and, you know, carnival glass and what else? All types of glass, cut to clear, all that type of stuff. I was just learning, and also learning about jadeite, right? So this looked like it could have been jadeite, right? And I picked it up, and it was big too. It was probably like this big, a big candy dish that had a lid. And when I picked it up and saw the price, it was 99 cents. So naturally, I said, well, what am I going to lose? It looks like jadeite. And I can't remember. Did I turn it over? Was that a Fenton? I don't remember. It's been such a long time. But anyway, it was 99 cents. Anyway, I took a picture of it, listed it, I think that same day, right? Which happened to be my birthday, by the way. And I remember it sold that same day. It literally sold that same day. I heard this cha-ching on my phone. I'm like, what the heck is that? I didn't know, right? And I had sold it that same day. So that was all she wrote. And so that's got me started on this journey of learning about things and this whole reselling journey. And it makes me extremely happy that when I can find items that bring joy to people, and it just makes me extremely happy. I got the kindest note from one of my buyers just yesterday, as a matter of fact. It was one of the most kindest feedbacks I had ever received from a seller. I mean, from a buyer. And so that's why I do what I do. I don't do it to keep it and hoard it. I want to get it in the hands of people that can appreciate this vintage and antique, these antique items to beautify their home, or some type of nostalgic reason they had it as a child, or they just love cats or something like that, and they love Linux. They just want to add this to their collection. So anyway, that's the reason why I do what I do. So anyway, guys, I'm going to stop blabbing. I'm going to end this video. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I will. Hey guys, I forgot to show you. Look what I have. I have on Dee's t-shirt. How you doing? I have on Dee's t-shirt. So I look a hot mess from, my waist down, but it's all good because it's Saturday and nobody's home with me. So guys, I'm going to stop my video here. I'm going to stop rambling, and I'm going to do another couple of videos for the day. And so I'm going to try to put a bunch in a can and get these uploaded over time, because I do have a pile of items that I need to get in this haul and to get listed. All right, guys, you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Hope you're someplace safe and it's not raining where you are. But have a wonderful weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, smooches.